Hello, and thank you so much for taking the time to actually watch my video. This video will be of help to you if you've recently got involved in a network marketing business. It might be that you've joined a network or you're thinking about joining a network and you really don't know what to expect. This video, if you like, is a real life explanation of what it will be like, because a lot of people, when they join a network marketing company, they've got no real idea as to what is going to be expected of them. So I'm going to talk about what I do and what you'll need to do if you really want to try and build some sort of business. Now, for me, I got involved in network marketing many years ago, and someone told me about it and I got involved in it, and I didn't really know what was expected of me, and as a result I failed. Because I didn't really have the training or know what was needed of me, what I had to do. You see, most networks, if it's a good network marketing company, they will have all the tools which you need to build your business. But the trouble is, you might not have the knowledge. Well, that's hopefully where I come in. I can actually hopefully help you and teach you what I do to try and bring people in and build my business. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk about is obviously the company you get involved with. If you're going to get involved with a network marketing company, make sure it's got some sort of like good backing. It's got some sort of good write-ups. It's, look into it, find out a bit about it before you join. I'm in a company now which that link takes you to, which is a reputable company. I've looked into it, and I've even found out that it's free to join, and it's a good firm. Now, for me, straight away off the bat, when I heard that, that I didn't need to pay out any money, I wanted to know more, because a lot of these, if you like, unscrupulous networks, they'll want you to charge people money to join your business, which in some cases is a fair exchange, because it might be that they're offering, obviously good tools to help you build the business. But you have got to be careful, obviously, whether or not you think the amount of money that you're putting over is obviously worthwhile. It's like a franchise. You might, buy a franchise or look into a franchise, but if it's costing loads of money, what are you really getting for it? So my first tip to you is to, really look at what you're getting into. And if you haven't got to pay any money, then obviously that's a good thing. Or if you've got to pay a small amount of money, look at where your money's going and what you're obviously going to be getting for it. Now, let's assume that you've got involved in a business. You're in like some sort of network, and you might find that early on that you're struggling a bit. You're perhaps not getting customers. You're perhaps not getting people coming into your business because obviously you perhaps don't know how to recruit them. I'm gonna tell you what you really should expect. You need to understand that very early on, that not a lot is going to happen in your business if you're just, if you like, acting slowly. Let's say slowly. In other words, you're not really talking to many people about what you're doing. You're not really advertising the products. You're getting very little. People ain't asking you questions. If people are not asking you questions about your business, chances are you're not talking about your business. So you need to understand that if you're going to get involved in this, that you need to be a people person. You need to be able to talk to people and tell them what you're doing. Yeah. Now, in terms of time, the business that I'm involved with, it's done online, it's done offline. Really, I've only been in it about 8 weeks, and I'm actually putting probably about an hour a day into it at the moment. I'm doing cards, little adverts. I don't do a lot on Facebook, but you can do Facebook ads, like obviously putting posts up, obviously what you're doing. But you need to understand that you need to be doing it, and you need to understand the importance of doing this daily. Yeah, somebody I watched, and I apologise, I can't remember, it was a video I was watching, but the guy actually said that he doesn't actually physically get dressed to go out and network market that day, to talk to people that day. It's something that he does in with his day, with his normal work day. I mean, today I had to go to the hospital with my daughter, and me and my wife, we went to Colchester, and we had a couple of hours walking around the shops. And as I was going into the shops, anyone that I looked at, who I thought, you know what, they look like they could do my business. They look like, obviously they're in sales. They can talk to people. I was just saying to them, how's business, how's work, and strike up a conversation. And then just as I was about to go, I was saying to them, look, I don't know whether you're open to earning a bit more money. You may or may not be. Can I just give you a card? And they look at it and they say, oh thanks. And then I just walk away. I don't get into a big deal about it. But you need to be doing this. You need to be sowing the seeds of opportunity. You need to discipline yourself. I've actually got a pad where I've actually written down what I do every single day. And I aim to talk to 5 people a day about my business, actually have a conversation about it, actually talk to them about it, and say to them, and what I sometimes done was give them a card. But if they said, oh yeah, I'm like, I am kind of a, what's it about? Sometimes I would say to them, if I like the look of them, I would say, would it be okay if I just take your email and I could email you some information? They say, and most people will say yes, because it's just an email. Yeah, it's an email. They're giving out their email all the time. After I've got their email, that's when I say to them, could I just take your mobile number? It's just so I can ring you to make sure that you've actually received it and answer any questions you might have. And I would say on that, probably 8 out of 10 people will actually give you their phone number. Occasionally you might get a lady who don't want to give a number out. She might be thinking whatever she's thinking, but whatever the reason is, sometimes you won't get the number. But if you're talking to someone and they're coming across that, I like the look of this person, they look like they could, they can communicate, they've got a way about them, I would actually say, would it be okay if I just take your email? Because if you say, can I take your email, not just give them a card, they're either going to say yes or no. And most people, if you've actually said to them, are you looking, perhaps, would you consider looking at a side income? Not everyone, but some people will say, yeah, I will. And say, I'll just take an email, and all I'm going to do, if I can, is email you a link to a video that explains what I do. And then when you get that, you just say, look, thanks for that. Would it be okay if I just take your number, just so I can make sure you've received it? Yeah, and that's what I do. But I've digressed a bit. But look at what you're doing daily. Yeah, you hear about some people sponsoring, like 50, 100 people a month into their business. And I think I've done 15 in my last, since I've joined, I've got 15 people in who have actually signed into my business. Now, how are they doing that? They're obviously doing something which I'm not doing, because I've not got that many people, or somebody else is not doing, that you're not doing. And it will purely come down to activity. Yeah, so I would suggest, you've joined a business, whatever business you're in, hopefully you take a look at my business, because my business is free to join, which is fantastic if you're, especially if you need money. You don't want to be spending out loads of money to join a company. You probably haven't got it anyway. So, look at, once you're in, think, I've joined, but what now? What am I going to do now? Because there's no point just in joining. I mean, the business that I'm involved with, if you join and you take a position within the company, and then you might start doing it at a later date, and then obviously the company start doing well, you actually earn from the people that are above you, and you'll earn more depending on when you got in. But I still say to people, well, when I tell that to people, they say, well, I'm going to get in. I say, well, it ain't worth getting in if you ain't going to do it, because you only get that extra money from obviously building your own team. It ain't money for nothing. It's network marketing. It's, you're building, you're building friendships with people, and you're using these friendships to show them a business, and they will or will not pursue it. So you need to understand, and hopefully I'm not coming across as teaching you to suck eggs, but you need to understand that whatever business you're in, network marketing business you're in, it's going to take time, and it ain't going to work for 3 to 5 years. I've been watching another guy on YouTube that's involved with what I do, and he talks about a 3-year plan. He talks about it taking him. I mean, he's doing really well. He's flying with it. He got in 9 months ago. Obviously, he's had that much more time to start building his team up. But you've got to understand that he has run with it. Yeah, he has run with it. It's like you could go to a warehouse and buy 1,000 pairs of shoes. If you haven't got the will to get up and go over the market and try and sell them, you're not going to sell a single pair. Well, network marketing is probably one of the cruelest things to get in at the start, because you don't see any reward. You don't see any reward, and that is what I found very difficult when I first started doing it. The idea of bringing people in and of recruiting people, and obviously looking for the studs, looking for the people that were going to run with it. It takes time. I found it difficult. But so this video really is aimed at making you, hopefully, if you haven't gone into a network, to prepare you for what you need to do. Because if you know what you've got to do and you're prepared to do it, there ain't no reason why you won't do well. If you don't do well, it'll be because either you're not inviting enough people, you're not getting enough people to look at your business. It might be because you're not sharing the products enough. And a lot of the reason might be that you're not actually, once people have viewed information and they've actually seen what you're doing, you don't follow them up with a phone call, and you don't train them. Anyone that joins my team, if you decide to look at my opportunity and join, like I say, it's free. If you decide to come into my team, I do videos. I'm trying to help people, because if I can help you and you're a success, then obviously with network marketing, I learn from my team sales. So it's a win-win. But this video really is just making you realise that you've got to. I would say if you can't do it for an hour, at least an hour a day, it probably ain't going to work. There's probably people that sit and do it on social media for 15, 20 minutes a day, who have got massive teams who use advertising, perhaps who've got the money to spend on advertising. Obviously that's another way to go, but then that costs money. Not everyone can do that. I'm not doing that at the moment. I'm using cards, drop cards. I'm starting doing YouTube videos. I've got a sign on my car so people can obviously see. They can go to my site, Dump Your Boss, and I'm doing it that way. But I said to my wife, as soon as I start earning some real decent money from it, that's when you can start doing banner advertisements and things like that, and go on to traffic exchanges and obviously pay. I am on traffic exchanges where I basically click on a site, and then someone clicks on my site. Obviously that takes time, but I'm also got a paid ad on there as well, so I get so many more people viewing my opportunity. I think I worked out it's 400 people a day that will actually view my recruitment page, and obviously what my business is about. Because you only need 3 or 4, 2 or 3 people. In the company that I'm involved with, I need 3 good people to obviously run with a business. So say, if you have started doing it, start doing it. Don't wait. Don't procrastinate. If you're interested in personal development, I've got a lot of videos all to do with personal development that will hopefully inspire you to try and do more and achieve more in your life. And like I say, if you are going to get involved in networking, understand that it is, it's going to take time, but if you put the time and effort into it, it can reap great rewards. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching my video. Thank you.